Hey, what's up, YouTube, what's up? It's King Gio in the house. I want to say thanks to all those who subscribe, and those who have not subscribed, I want to say thank you. I mean, those who have not subscribed, I want to say subscribe. Well, today I want to talk about tonight or whatever it is. I want to talk about a little bit about something that caught my attention today. It's about defamation of character, slandering, so to speak. To slander someone is to put that person's name down, to defame him, to put his character in judgment, and stuff like that. And I want to get the record straight. You could, if you're getting sued, let's just say for defamation of character, and you say, "Oh, but I have my First Amendment rights." Well, it's kind of it's yes and no. It's just a no, put it that way. But you have the right to freedom of speech, but you don't have the right to slander someone. You don't have the right to defame that person. If that person can sue you, if it causes that person some ill or some injury, loss of monetary gain, something to that effect. But the key thing here is that I want to get people to straight is that you have to start the slandering. You have to start the defamation of character. I give you an example. If I'm working at let's just say I'm working with in a restaurant, and I get fired, and I go and I write on Facebook or I write on Instagram, "Oh, this restaurant sucks. This restaurant has horrible food. The chef does this, that, blah, 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 blah." And that restaurant, and it's going to go from one person, it's going to go to your friends. Your friends going to post it on the media. So now that right there, you're slandering the owner. I mean, you're slandering that store. So that store obviously is going to lose business because people are going to see. They're going to say, "I'm not going to go there because this person said this." So you're damaging that person's, or you're damaging that business image. So you can sue, and most lawsuits that do that happens. I mean, there has to be some lawsuits. They don't even make it to court because it's hard to prove, or you settle out of court before it even gets there. But I'm talking about those are high profile cases. Those are the actors and actresses and public figures. That they're being that their character, their names are being thrown in the gutter. Okay, if I say, "Oh, King Gio is this, King Gio is that," and King Gio is being persecuted, not persecuted in a way, but you know how people are. They start judging you. "Oh, King Gio, you're this. Oh, King Gio, that, you're doing this, you're doing that," and there's an ill intent to it. And your money, you're losing your money, or your people are looking you different. Then you could sue because that person said King Gio. Even if you get your facts straight, let's just say if it is true that King Gio did this and King Gio did that, and if it's true, you still can be sued for slandering because it is true. Now, the key that I want to get to you is that if I say I got beat up by 5 guys, and I got my blah this blah 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 blah, and then someone says, "Well, King Gio, you're a liar because that doesn't happen that way. When you get a black guy, this and that," and people start saying stuff about me, I can't sue them for defamation of character because I started it. I was the one that opened the Pandora's door. I was the one that said me this, me that. You understand? So if I'm with my boss, or you say you sleep around with your boss, and your boss fires you, and you say, "Oh, now my boss is no good. My boss is he's an asshole, blah blah," and that spreads around. When you put it in social media, and that spreads around, then you could be sued for slandering because that gets to his wife. That's gonna be damaging. Anything that's damaging. You could be considered slander. You could Google it up. You could just do it yourself and Google it up with slander. But when you open up the Pandora's door, That's a whole different kind of worm. That's a whole different kind of worms. Okay. Let's just say, someone hit my car. Someone didn't hit my car, but I said they hit my car. And I said, yeah, man, they hit my car, man, and this happened, blah, blah, blah. And then whatever I say, and people don't believe that, and they say, yo, Gio, you an asshole. That's not true. That's not the way it happened. And blah, blah, this and blah, 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 that. You fucked up, blah, blah. And that's different. Because I was the one that set it up. I was the one that said this happened. Now people are calling me a liar because I said so. Not because you said so. Because I said so. So I opened up the Pandora's door. So I'll give you an example. Charlie Sheen, when he came out, he said that he got HIV. He got HIV, and he was coerced. Not coerced. He was told, if you don't give me this amount of money every month or what it can be, I'm going to sue you. I mean, I'm going to tell the people about you. So he figures. He was doing this for a certain amount of time, and then he figured, you know what, enough is enough. I'm just gonna go out and say that I got HIV. Okay, fine. So Charlie Sheen goes out and he says he's HIV positive. I come out and I say, hey, Charlie Sheen, you a fucking asshole. You have HIV. You a fucking fag. You this and you that. Blah blah blah. Hey, he can't say nothing. He can't sue me because he said he has HIV, and I can say what I say. But if I say he never came out, and even if I knew that he had HIV, and even if I had proof that he had HIV, and I show and I come and say, yo, look, Charlie Sheen has HIV, Charlie Sheen this, Charlie Sheen that, and I show you the proof, and even though it is true, then I can get sued for that. But not if Charlie Sheen comes out and says, oh, Charlie Sheen, I got HIV, and I come out and say, oh, Charlie, as long as I don't say anything threatening, oh, you hope don't kill you? That no, that's the whole different ballgame. But I can voice my opinion because he said it first. He was the one that came out, so I'm voicing my opinion. That's the difference. I'm voicing my opinion. You have a lot of celebrities out there that say a lot of stuff, and they give and people say, oh, you suck, man. You a fucking retard. You this, you that. That person can go back and say, oh, you called me a fucking retard, so that's slandering. I'm gonna take you to court. That's not the way it works. You know where I'm going with this, right? So if you're talking about me and you're saying all this stuff about me, and then yes, I can sue you. But if King Gio, said I did 20 years in prison, right? And blah blah. You go, oh, but King Gio, you did 20 years in prison. You probably a queer. Or King Gio, you did this in prison. You probably got it up the ass and blah blah. All that kind of shit. I can't take those people to court because a judge is gonna tell me, well, King Gio, you were the one that put yourself in that position. Had you not put yourself in that position, then these people wouldn't talk about you. But you put yourself in that position. That's the difference. If you're slandering someone or you put defamation of character, you started it, you can't cry First Amendment. You can't do that. But if that person started it, then everybody has an opinion. Everybody. Right? I was in court one time, and a guy told the judge before he got sentenced, he says, Your Honor, I'd ask you a question. He goes, go ahead, ask me a question. He said, Your Honor, what happens to me if I tell you you're an asshole? He goes, well, I'm going to hit you with contempt of court. And he says, what if I tell you I think you're an asshole? He said, well, I can't say anything because that's your opinion. You have a right to your opinion. He said, well, Your Honor, I think you're an asshole. You see how the things change? So that's what it is. You can't have your cake and eat it at the same time. If you came out with something that you saw 3 UFOs and people are calling you names and the people are doing this and people are doing that, then you can't do nothing because you open up that can of worms. If I'm wrong, if you guys if you're an attorney or you're a civil attorney, and if I'm wrong in this, you let me know. But I know I'm not wrong in this. So And I'm just saying this from what they told me, because I saw Rodney's video just a few seconds ago, but this has nothing to do with Rodney. And when I saw Rodney's video like 3 weeks ago, where people kept telling him, because someone said, oh, that wasn't the word that person used. The person said a sex offender. Okay, and I went before and I didn't even know Rodney, but I looked it up, and when I googled Rodney, there was 2 videos or 3 videos of a guy who was putting Rodney out, because I don't know what happened with the MCA. I don't know if that went right or wrong, but this guy put Rodney as a sex offender. Yes, I don't know if it's true. So that right there, what he did, that's defamation of character. Now, if Rodney comes out and says, well, you know what? Yes, I am a sex offender. This happened. This happened. And people are commenting on that and saying, oh, you're a fucking child molester. Or you saying this, or child molester. No, because that never came out. It said sex offender. And he said that he's a sex offender and stuff like that. Then he has to attend to the consequences. But if you go out there, even if you have proof that he is a sex offender, then you're slandering him. Yes, you are, because he didn't come out and say, "Oh, no, you're calling him out. You're saying, yo, Rodney's this or Rodney that." So he can sue you. Yeah, but if Rodney comes out and says, I'm a sex offender, blah blah, and he gets a barrage of emails, or he gets all this and that, there's nothing Rodney can do. You know, but this is for those who think they know the law of defamation of character or slander. You know, so before you do anything, research. Before you say that you're gonna do something, research. And like I said, if this goes back to Rodney, this has nothing to do with you. This is about totally somebody else. Okay. But anyway, guys, take care. God bless. Peace.